on the Yaffee program. I am Alabama's voice of reason, Huntsville's conservative conscience, and you need me. You look at the news today, and then you have to listen to me. I'm just saying, you're like, I need a voice of reason. I mean, I'm here. You need me, and I'm here. So you're welcome. That's what I have to say. All right, let me give you the latest details out of the war in Iran. Unfortunately, 6 U.S. service members have been confirmed dead following an aircraft crash in western Iraq. That's according to CENTCOM. So U.S. Central Command announced Friday that the death toll in a refueling aircraft crash in western Iraq on Thursday has risen to 6. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth earlier described the U.S. service members involved in the crash as American heroes. This now brings the total of U.S. killed in action to 13. Now, CENTCOM also says that Iran's regime is number one threat to peace and stability in the Middle East, which you already knew. Iran, unfortunately, they've still been attacking shipping containers and oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, go ahead. On the 6 U.S. service members killed, there was a comment by General Kane, who is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Play Dan Kane for me, Austin. Play that cut if you can.
The incident occurred over friendly territory in western Iraq while the crew was on a combat mission, and again was not the result, as CENTCOM has said, was not the result of hostile or friendly fire.
All right, so there you go. Just a terrible situation. Pray for the families, and they are American heroes. Now, Pete Hegseth, who was our Secretary of War, gave a press conference this morning talking about it. Play the Pete Hegseth cut for me, Austin.
Iran has no air defenses. Iran has no air force. Iran has no navy. Their missiles, their missile launchers, and drones being destroyed or shot out of the sky. We know the new so-called not-so-supreme leader is wounded and likely disfigured. President Trump holds the cards. He'll determine the pace, the tempo, and the timing of this conflict. His hand firmly on the wheel, as well as on the throttle setting. Today will be, yet again, the highest volume of strikes that America has put over the skies of Iran and Tehran. The number of sorties and number of bomber pulses, the highest yet, ramping up and only up.
All right, so hopefully that works. I mean, we got to completely destroy their ability to do anything when it comes to making war, which can protect the Strait of Hormuz and get that opened up completely again. Now, President Trump also commented on this this morning. He was on with Brian Kilmeade on his radio show this morning. So play a Trump cut 1 for me.
Well, we would do it if we needed to, but hopefully things are going to go very well. We're going to see what happens. A lot's going to be, we've already damaged them so badly, it would take years for them to ever rebuild. And we're going to be hitting them very hard over the next week.
You think Putin is helping them?
I think he might be helping them a little bit, yeah, I guess. And he probably thinks we're helping Ukraine, right?
And you are, right?
Yeah, we're helping them also. And so he says that. And China would say the same thing. It's like, hey, they do it and we do it, in all fairness. They do it and we do it.
I hate the false equivalency stuff that Trump does when it comes to Russia sometimes. I guess he's right, but it doesn't mean they need to stop. Put it that way. Russia needs to stop. Go and play a Trump cut 2 for me, Austin.
Finally, we hear from the Supreme Leader in a long statement. We don't see him. He doesn't read the speech. They say he wrote the speech. First off, do you believe he's alive?
I think he probably is. I think he's damaged, but I think he's probably alive in some form, yeah.
What's your takeaway? I know he says that he's going to widen the war. He's going to continue to use the Strait of Hormuz as leverage against you to end this war. He's got underwater drones to stop any of the ships going in and out. What's your message back to the new Supreme Leader?
Well, they've been doing a lot of talking, so he's going to have to put up. We'll have to see, because we are decimating them. We've knocked out most of their missiles. We've knocked out many of their drones. We knocked out a lot of the manufacturing areas where they manufacture the missiles and now the drones. We're hitting them harder than anybody's been hit since World War II.
I mean, that's awesome. Good. So hopefully we can open up the Strait of Hormuz again As I mentioned, we can still calm down, but as I also mentioned earlier on in this hour, could have been a lot worse. Seriously. If it weren't for Trump's energy policy in his first term and Republicans in previous terms, when it came to wanting energy dominance, we would be in a lot worse shape, and Iran could get away with a lot more, frankly. All right, we're going to move on to what's trending. Coming up next, we'll end the show with the Yaffee program Rewind. You are listening to the Yaffee program. Stay with us.
The Yaffee program.
When you really need care, you need 24/7 access to a care team, not a maze of paperwork from a third party. Every day, America's hospitals and health systems show up for you. Navigating healthcare can feel overwhelming, but you can count on real doctors, real nurses, real people, providing quality, around-the-clock care when you need it most. They're in your corner, in communities across America. Your neighbors, your lifelines, right beside you, holding your hand and helping find answers. That's what putting patients first actually means. Learn more at strengthenhealthcare.org. Brought to you by the Coalition to Strengthen America's Healthcare.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Hello? 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 Now that I've got your attention, this is going to be a weird ad because real estate is weird. If you're in real estate, you already know this, but most of the data is trash and sellers, well, they're a mess. You know the story. They got to talk to their wife, their dog, their therapist. In reality, they just don't know you, and they don't trust you. And why would they? You're the 100th person who's called about their house. And why'd you call them? Because they were on some list that you heard about from a guy living in his mom's basement. Now, to be fair, I live in my mom's basement too. But that's not the point. If you want to win, you have to be different. You have to talk to people who need to sell, who just had a kid, got divorced, or had a loss in the family. That's what Goliath does. We monitor people's lives, and when something changes, we throw up a white flag so you know exactly who to contact. Even if it's 9 p.m. on a weekend and you're asleep. That's what an unfair advantage sounds like.
Goliath.
Goliath Data.
Goliath.
Goliath Data.
GoliathData.com. Find deals before the market does. Okay, back to the show.